still greater proportions of the mundane stuff, and they're part of the fandom too. They just don't get publicized because, why would they? And that's not even mentioning the beautiful and tasteful works of the fandom that are never going to be shown in a hit piece. I shouldn't say hit piece. I'm sure a lot of people just aren't paying attention when they say this shit, but... hey, ready for me to blow your mind? Ready? DeviantArt, search, Sonic. Yeah, no, I'm not really seeing anything here. Even if I go to new, there's not much, but
right there, yes! You get it! You actually fucking get it! Oh man, Bugsy, like Prime, he really does get it. See? This is what I'm talking about. See, this is what I've always wanted. Why can't people understand that? You have to actively look for the cringy shit. You have to actively look. You can't just search up Sonic and then you see Sonic and Shadow fucking each other in the ass. You actually have to look. Oh my god. See, but this is what I've been saying the whole entire time, and some people have been rolling their eyes, while others, they're like, fandom bad, this Sonic fandom bad, why do you support it? I'm like, I support it because I know that there's a lot of good artwork and I got a lot of good people in fandoms. Yes, we have our crazies, but if you really want to look at the cringe, as you so put it, you have to actually look for it. People do artwork with certain fandoms all the time. We'll always have elitist fans all the fucking time. But you guys will never talk about the good that people do in DeviantArt or the good of a certain fandom because you know why? It makes more sense just to be like, cringe as far as the eye can see. Why should I show the good stuff and show that they're actually good? Because I'll show the cringe and make all fandoms look bad. Why do I feel like I'm backed in a corner? I'll just do what I normally do. Shit talk a fucking fandom for views. I'm an idiot, but I don't care. Because everybody stops and stares and they wonder how and I wonder how people don't understand what I'm doing. People just people want cringe and that's what I'll give. Fuck the good part of a fandom. Show the bad, show the bad, show the bad, show the bad. And with other Sonic fans who haven't been in the fandom, they'll just hate on stuff, hate on stuff, hate on stuff they don't fucking stand. Because I'm old and out of touch. Don't you see? Don't you fucking see? Fucking see? You know. I know that the fandom ain't bad, but I'm old and out of touch, so I'll just highlight the crazy fucks and get views. Aren't you a happy Chaos Lord tonight? Damn right I am. Because I understand, where I'm trying to say your name, dude. Thank you. You have shown what I've been saying for the entire time, and I thank you. I literally, honest to God, thank you. Because someone says it. Some of these guys just make these fucking videos and just talk about the bad of a fandom and don't understand there's actual good to it. There's good to the Sonic fandom. There's good to the Rick and Morty fandom. There's good in every fandom, but we always deal with the crazy motherfuckers because no one else wants to talk. No one else wants to talk about it, or talk about the fact that people like me are making fan shows or anything like that. It's always the cringe. It's always the cringe because everybody just has this in their mind that all fandoms are horrible. And whenever I try to talk about it, whenever I talk about goodness of fandom, they're just like, well, you're a fanboy, so that's what makes you this and that. It just irritates me, but I'm glad. Even though you probably haven't seen a thing in my video, I'm glad someone kind of understands what I've been saying for years. it just makes me really happy, dude. So sorry if I'm intruding on your video and just kind of did my little thing. Sorry about that. And for all you guys that are just showing the cringe to like mess with a fandom, I like motherfuckers. Y'all don't even know how to troll. It's just Sonic fandom is bad autism. I mean, none of you really know how to insult or actually troll the motherfucker properly.
I wanted to. Ever heard of Quidditch? It's like a weird football hybrid actual sport where people run around with brooms between their legs. It looks fucking stupid. Now, just for clarification, I'm very much open to weird shit, and as long as you don't actively or directly infringing on people's human rights, I won't hold it against you. But I'm just trying to say, it looks cringe. People think it's cringe, and if a big YouTuber decided to spotlight this as well as other Harry Potter related cringe, the fan base would absolutely start to be associated with this. Same goes for Game of Thrones. Take a look at the book elitists or Game of Thrones themed weddings. The cringe and toxicity is out there. You just have to find it. You know how Pickle Rick is this stupid running joke that people say trying to be funny but just use it as no more than a reference?
The one thing I've always wanted to ask you for years is, hold on. Hold on.
All I gotta say, man, is that and we got a lot of crazy Sonic fans who have basically damaged the reputation of the Sonic fandom because they assume that all of us are like that. They think all of us are Christian and all of us are Paul and Amy and all of this other shit because they rather see the ugly side than the actual good side. They rather sit and look at like the bad of a fandom instead of looking at the good. And from my years of being the fan brat basher, folks, I've seen good and I've seen bad, and I've learned that even though there's idiots like I'm just gonna say his little trail name because Gohan Teen Fighter, and people like Double Four Anime that will openly attack people because they just don't because they can't agree with your point of view. There are always gonna be people like Geekdom and Masako and freaking RPG Monger and a few other people that I can't name on the top of my head right now. And those people, all those people that make fandoms great to be in, it's the kind of people you should be paying attention to. Not what Christian's doing this week, or not what Sonic Sucks Forever is doing the next week, but focus on the good parts of a fandom instead of always focusing on the negative. And trust me, and don't focus on Gohan Teen Fighter. Like, don't pester the man about that. I think on some level he regrets Gohan SSJ. I think Super Gohan SSJ regrets. I mean, Future Gohan SSJ regrets doing all that shit about Tsunami, or he probably doesn't. I don't know. I just really hated the fact that man was so elitist. It hurt. Like, it really boiled down to the fact that they didn't give him what he wanted. So just him going re for like 3 videos. And Future Gohan SSJ. I'm never gonna let you forget that. Like, not even how hard you try. I feel like your elitism is the reason why you don't like Tsunami. You wanted things your way, and you are always the epitome. You and Gohan Team Fighter are the epitome of fan brats being fan brats, because no one can tell you different, because you know better than we do. Future Gohan thinks he knows better than we do, when some of us are taking business classes in high school and kind of know how freaking kind of have a good grip on how most businesses and TV stations work. While people while the same people will be like, Toonami killed Naruto. Not freaking the fact that that the freaking Kurt for the Stuart Stuart Snyder basically poured all his money into freaking Naruto. And then when people try to talk to him about facts about what actually happened, this man didn't want to hear it back then. And then when people got mad at him about, you know, tonight aftermath because he had to bitch and piss about that because he's like, I'm just talking. No, no, man, you were flexing the fact that you were like better than us because you actually paid for Crunchyroll. Like, let's be real. This man was really flexing the fact that he paid for Crunchyroll. And I've never really liked Future Gohan SSJ since. Because it just shows that the man who wanted Toonami, who wanted it so bad, he basically went against the people who were actively, sending death threats to fucking William Street for bringing it back for that one April Fools. Did the exact same thing those people did, and did it for 3 videos. Even Mars Girl fucking owned his ass. All of us owned his ass. And that's the reason I hate elitism so much. Because they think they're better just because, well, we're fans first. I was a fan too. And back when I was still, when Future Gohan not Future Gohan, but when Gohan 64, was doing his own thing, saying I wasn't a fan because, oh, blah, 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 Majin Buu. It never changed the fact that I am one, and I've always been one, and I'm not gonna just, and even though I was trying to prove the fact that I was a fan, I was like, what am I doing? Why do I gotta prove myself to a motherfucker who literally thinks the manga of Dragon Ball got changed because of Kai, when really those names are the actual names, the actual Japanese names translated in English. I hate elitists because they're just dicks. They're just massive dicks, and they don't even know that they are. They think that they're the best fan. They're the perfect fan that they could ever possibly be, and no one else even comes close to their level. I mean, even freaking, okay, like Future Gohan was like, I'm the only one that has any damn respect. Like, motherfucker, you don't. You don't. You don't respect nobody. You just wanted Toonami the way it was. And even when I talk to you about it, guys, right now, I still get mad about it. I still get angry about it. Because you don't have respect for people. You don't understand how TV works. And I'm glad you're not talking about Toonami anymore. So the actual fans who actually love Toonami and actually support it can actually support it while you're doing whatever. I don't know. Fucking off somewhere. I don't know. I haven't seen a video of him in years. While he bitches about Death Battle. And that's another thing that I'll talk about later. Sorry, Prime is getting all worked up, so I haven't said anything. But, I wouldn't say fandoms are toxic, just sometimes the people in them are. And it takes focus away from the real people, who actually give a damn about these characters, about these worlds, about these stories. While elitists, they try to hoard that shit onto themselves. I looked at I looked at Gohan 64's little thing about just a robot, and he just never changed. He never changed. And the reason, and the reason why people keep getting his ass is because he doesn't see anything wrong with himself. He doesn't. That's why people be getting on. That's why people be getting on his ass. But hey, I say as long as you support the true fans, the people who actually give a damn about the fandom, who actually try to help their community, help the fandom community grow, whichever community is, those are the guys you should be caring about. And I'll talk about Blackbuster Critic for a moment. That man just took every little thing that we Sonic fans are always going to be associated with. We're always going to be associated with Chris Chan. We're always going to be associated with people who think that Sonic fans have autism and all this other stupid shit that people just keep on using or keep on saying because, because a few fans did this. We're all like that. And I don't think that's so. You guys just think that because you just hear these dumbass YouTubers who haven't been in these fandoms at all, and they just see a fresh opportunity to just fuck with everybody, or just fuck with the whole fandom because they can. Blackbuster Critic, back when he was still messing with Sonic fans, I don't know what he's doing now. But I think he always thought that us Sonic fans are just all bad. And he tried to defend, IGN when really IGN has shown their incompetence not only with Sonic but with Pokemon and many other games. But he's like, "Oh, Sonic Lost World got a this," and I'm like, "Yeah." Some people are mad because they know the bias that IGN had. Just because you think that there isn't any bias doesn't mean that it's not there. It is there. Sonic has always been IGN's punching bag. And some of the other stupid people who hold IGN in this high esteem think that they're right when they're not. When really, when they did that whole anniversary thing saying that Sonic was never good, it was just them jumping on these other YouTubers who say that Sonic's bad over and over again and make multiple videos why it's bad. Just so they can be like, "Oh yeah, we're cool too. We hate Sonic too." To the point where they got so much backlash, they backpedaled. And some people who don't even like Sonic, some people were like, "Oh, they're right." While other people who really didn't like Sonic were like, "Yeah, even you guys. I may not like Sonic, but you guys went way too far with this." Also, on a unrelated note, they also talked about Ecto Cooler. I'm just saying, I'm kind of angry about that too. But that's not the point. That's not the point. I never got a Ecto Cooler either because the Ghostbusters movie didn't do so well, and they just didn't make anymore, and it sucks. I wanted to taste Ecto Cooler one more time. Just one more time. Anyways, sorry, little joke there. And I guess the most horrible, there's a horrible part in the Versus community. Oh my god, the amount of videos I made about Superman versus Goku. Oh my god. I could have been doing a lot more stuff. I could have been making more comedy videos back then, but I wasted it trying to prove to a gigantic idiot that he was wrong. When even that giant idiot didn't want to listen. It kind of ruined it for me. And people, there's like, there's Queen Diclonius, this one dude that just kept hopping on this man's dick. Like, you're right, Screw Attack is wrong. Yeah, I get it. Screw Attack doesn't get everything right all the time. They're human. People make mistakes. Things don't get added, but they're always the guys like, oh, Screw Attack is so bad. I'm like, sure, they may not be the best, but they were the first, and without them, Animation Rewind wouldn't probably exist. Some of these other little versus shows on YouTube wouldn't even exist without Death Battle sparking that idea. Sure, Flash animation stuff where people fight is nothing new. But the way Death Battle does it, the whole style of how they do it, is that's something that actually sparked the idea. What lit the actual flame. So you guys kind of owe a little bit to Screw Attack, but some of you just want to keep badmouthing them, slamming them, and saying anime characters don't win when Vegeta clearly won a battle between Shadow the Hedgehog. Just sometimes I sit here and I just wonder about certain people. And for those of you that wanted me to talk about the, kid who died after playing Doki Doki, it's more the parents' fault that they should have been there for that kid. That's how I feel about it. They should have been there for the kid instead of just probably either ignoring him or not being there for him. Because if they were there, they would have stopped him. They would have stopped him. Because when you make a depressed when a person that's already kind of depressed sees Doki Doki, they're probably like, why don't I do it? And there should have been someone there to help that kid, but no one was there. In the one of the quotes of Undertale, nobody came. It's up to parents to to monitor to talk to their kids and make sure they're okay, so that shit doesn't happen. That's the truth of that little matter. I was trying to make a video today, just really talking about how people need to just monitor, need to really watch the people that watch their family members for any kind of signs. But really, I went into a gigantic rant about it, but really, you need to just try, and just be there for a person, you know? But back to just fandoms in general. Listen, I'm not saying every fandom's perfect. I'm not saying that every fandom is a basket of roses. But I'm saying when you always focus on the negative, you'll always be negative. I remember X54, I'm 64. I'm probably butchering his name. When he talked about Sonic, I got mad, I got angry, I got upset, and I made a rant video on Zipcast, just being angry and shit. But I looked at X and what he had to say, and pretty much, he gave me some good points. He actually talked to me. None of these people who actually do rants will actually talk to you and be like, "Oh, man, look at it this way." Nah, everybody's brassy and pissy and wanting to just piss you off because, oh, I made this other person mad at me. I'm going to just enjoy what I'm going to do. Or act like complete assholes, which I've dealt with a lot. I dealt with a lot of people like that. And just always focusing on negative things will always turn you negative, even if you think you're not going to be that way. X50 showed me that. He showed me that I shouldn't always try to focus on the negative, and I should be a little bit more positive. But that you know, even people like me can learn a few things from other people. If you, if You know, and some people can do the exact same thing if they actually choose to, and not always let their pride get the better of them. And certain YouTubers do that shit because often, more often than not, they think they're bigger than Jesus. They think that the rules of common decency, the rules of decency and common sense don't matter, and that's why they get the way they get. But back to the fandoms. I think I'm getting a little too far ahead of, getting a little too far into the scope of things. But all I'm saying is, at least treat people in a fandom. You know, you see a person doing some good art for for a show or franchise you like, talk to them because they'd appreciate it. You see a person literally saying, you see a person you see a person just talking shit about your favorite stuff, ignore them because all they want is attention. All they want is attention from people just to get them riled up, just so they can say their little piece, and just so they can say your taste are shit and I'm better because I don't like the thing you like. And you just gotta not feed into that shit. And the thing was, last year I fed into a lot of people's stupid shit, and I don't want to do that anymore. I still want to be the positive dude who loves the fantasy he's in, but won't but not but won't turn a blind eye when I know a fandom is being, well, a little bit attacked, either for the show or for a few fans that are just terrible because they're terrible. But that's not indicative of the franchise or the people who work inside said franchise. But hey, I'm just I'm just a YouTuber doing his damnedest to just make YouTube a little bit more, just a little bit better. So yeah, anything you gotta say, G? Well, all I really have to say is you're right. You know, people think that fandoms are bad. We got folks who just, you know, we got folks who are literally making their living just fucking with people, and it's stupid. And then we got people who are elitists and they act like this, and we got YouTubers that are prideful and will make a rant video but not hear anybody talk about, no, someone will give them points and other people will just blatantly not hear it because, they think they're right. I think, I literally do think that, we are trying, you and me, trying to make YouTube just a little bit better. And not just by being wacky, wacky doofuses, always, you just doing you doing our usual bit, but always trying to at least make people laugh and informing people, because that is the most important thing of them all. Trying to get people to, just, calm down and think for a minute. I think that's the important thing. But, hey, I'm just a Bugsy from another dimension. What do I know? Where my timeline's drastically different, where I've seen the most darkest side of people. What do I know? The never just humble little YouTubers. What do we really know? This is just us spitting our little opinions and telling you our experiences. And unlike a certain somebody, it's not whining if we're just telling you what happened to us. Because that's the funny thing. Like, Matsu will take, like seriously, let's talk about Matsu for a minute. Every time I, like, talk about my past, it's whining. Boy, you want, when I was on your ass and you were apologizing, you were whining. That ain't whining. That's me talking and talking to my audience the way that I need to talk to them and not try to silence them because they don't agree with me. Difference between me and you. Major difference. Ugh. Sorry. But, guys, I don't know. I think we should do more late night segments in the summer. Just talking about various things I want to talk about. Where it's not just usually me and G doing our usual bit. Because we know sometimes it gets a little old. But, this man G would know a little bit about old. Oh, R4. Shut up. Oh, you weren't. Oh, you weren't. You weren't dreaming about R4 when you were sleeping. When you were when I put up a bed for you and sleep in it. Sleep over here. Shut up. See, but using that bit every now and again is still pretty fun. But I shall leave you all be to think about various topics. Are fandoms really toxic, or are people just making them out to be just to get some views and some experience, get some views and some outrage? Do YouTubers really care? There's certain YouTubers who just try to get the goats of various fandoms. Do they even really care about their audience who actually like these things, or just trying to get outraged? And should you just try to go up against an elitist, or just say whatever and keep it pushing? Again, these are the questions you need to ask. And also, you just need to be there for people that are depressed. Honestly. Or you're going to see, or the grim reality of that is they may just end up like Sayori. And that's pretty grim and pretty dark and pretty brutal. But that's why Sayori hanging herself is so scary. Because it's really close to reality. It's really fucking close to reality. I think that's why Doki Doki is literally scary. Because it's close to reality. But if a person is playing it and has and is not really emotionally stable, well, you should have kept a better eye on them. Ain't trying to blame people, but that's the thing. We gotta be there for the people who are depressed, because even just saying a few kind words can help. Hanging out with them, or just shooting the shit about a movie. It's little things like that show that kind of shows these people that you really care about their well-being. Just thought I might say that. Anyways, hey, did anybody? Hey, you think people are gonna figure out which one of us is talking? I don't think they'll figure it out. Our voices are too similar. Yeah, true. But what do you want to do now? Well, there's the Digimon marathon. What are they gonna have on Saturday though? I don't know. Oh yeah, folks. Sorry if we're not trying to advertise, but Con TV right now has a Digimon marathon that probably goes all the way up to Tamers. So if you like Tamers, And to me, as I've gotten older, it's been very hit and miss with me. Um, go check it out. Right now, they're just on Digimon Season 2. And yes, I did find out that Try retcon the ending of Season 2. I'm actually one part mad at it because pretty much shows I haven't watched Try fully yet. That mostly all the old all the Season 2 Digidescents may be dead. So yeah, let's. So yeah, so yeah, there's that. We'll see you guys later, okay? Be safe out there, and be safe. Always think with a logical head upon. Always think with a logical head on your shoulders, and never buy into people's hate about fandoms. Because, like I always say, you have to actively look for this stuff, and then you'll see it. And not everybody in DeviantArt is bad. There just are a few people who think that their shit is better and they're free from criticism. No one is better than they are, when really they're flawed. Just thought I might say that too. See you guys later. This has been Late Night with Bugsy Prime and Bugsy G. We'll be seeing you, folks. Play us off on Lay us off on Sakamaru. Oh, really? You're doing this? Yeah, we're doing this. All right, and get some royalty free stuff, dude. You know what we want. Kinda. No. Okay, may have that. Rotality. You spelled that wrong. You spelled that wrong. We need something raucous. Raucous, my friend.
Taking that next step and have your work cut out.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. This has been Late Night with Bugsy Prime and Bugsy G, doing shit that we normally do in the daytime, but we're talking about topics that we actually care about. Other than YouTubers, we can't get more real with you if we even tried. You don't see other YouTubers doing this shit. Who cares if we don't got so many subscribers? That just shows that we're not clouded. We're gonna get out of here. You're gonna enjoy this video. Like and subscribe and hit the bell for more. We'll see you later. We're going to go watch our marathon right now. So we'll see you guys soon. See you guys real soon. We'll see you guys real soon. We'll see you guys real soon. Yes, we'll see you guys real soon. Out of here. Yeah! The Bugsy Duo has left the building. Shit, yeah. Fuck yeah.